I used to love this Elvis guy, this scene. Like, oh, I like how he's scratching the car. That cracks me up, dude. Thank you very much. And I like how they both do the oh no no.
So stupid, dude.
Hey, those boots come blue suede. I really like them, man. Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Hey, y'all, that's pretty good there. Next time you do it, make sure you get paid for it.
Yeah, that's a shitty looking Elvis, dude.
Oh, he's pretty good, dude. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this. Isn't that funny, dude? How you doing, everybody? What's up?
Hey, hey.
This is a special one. You know what? Whenever I feel bogged down, like, oh man, the movies we watch have gotten too serious. They're not as fun. They're great movies, but man, sometimes it's like you get down in it, and it's like I can't watch people getting cut in half, and I can't watch Italian perverts just peeping on girls.
Yeah, that was pretty sleazy last week. That was a little, yeah.
I need a movie like Leprechaun 3 where it goes by so quick. Every scene there is something to just chew and marinate on, and not it's not afraid to be stupid. And kid yourself not. Leprechaun is very stupid, but it's a great stupid. Riverman doesn't like these movies, man. I
I
think they're
I didn't
fantastic.
say I didn't like them. I just think they're so dumb, dude.
I think you said you didn't like them too. Silhouette, thank you so much for the early tip there. Aaron's bad day. Grandma calling for a massage. You're talking. Okay, my grandma wanted wanted us to rub lotion on her rock hard Flintstone feet. That's what you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
I'm tortured by that. She had the biggest spaces between her toes.
all the corns and everything you got in between them, dude.
A canyon for corns to grow.
Ugh.
Gross,
Do you
dude.
smell
But
your fingers afterwards?
I don't think so. I did the Mr. Jones, dude. But yeah, so just like Silhouette there, you guys can join in live. We do these every Wednesday, and we also stream on Friday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and on Fridays it's typically 10:30 p.m. Central Time. So join us. It's a good time. And if you can't, it goes up as a full episode for everybody after the fact. No harm, no foul. I want to say hi to the folks that are in here right now. We got Zakito, we got Silhouette. How you guys doing, man? You guys are always showing up. Mutineer, what's up, bro? Yeah, you Spalding, you summoned Captain Spaulding. Yeah, so Riverman had cooked up a new intro for our streams, and he kind of became a boomer, and we just gave up on it. So you got Spalding again another week.
It uploaded finally. It just took a while. So on Friday, I'll have a brand spanking new one.
What's up, Tom? Garth, why am I in Vegas? Yeah, dude,
Good
I love
time.
it. I love Lep in Vegas, and you're gonna see the best on-screen depiction of Vegas ever put to film, right?
Yeah.
We'll get there. And see, Chase Hedges, Lee Armstrong as Tammy is so gorgeous and attractive, dude. She make your babies cry, dude. Get you bricked up, I swear. She's really hot in this, especially when she gets the spell on her, and she's like, "Hi, Mitch, Mitch, ooh," and she's acting all slutty, dude. It used to do it for me as a kid because I used to rent this movie in the era of like, I'd be like 10 years old, so I couldn't quite. The plumbing didn't work, but the mechanics.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Why am I getting these fuzzy feelings when she goes in that high pitched Minnie Mouse voice and she wants to just fuck Mitch? We'll get there. Uh, yeah, hold on. Zekito. Yep, we got there. I love that scene where the leprechaun is gambling and the two girls beside him are smiling and having fun. It's wholesome and adorable. Ishmael, what's up, bro? Yeah, look at this is so many quotes in this damn movie. Look out, Vegas! I'm taking over, and he makes that weird. I always laugh at that. We'll get there too because he goes, it's so fucking stupid. All right, so let's go ahead and get started without further ado. Everybody, the movie is linked in the video, so you guys can follow along. Luckily, it's on archive.org if you don't happen to have your own copy. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. We're gonna go in 3, 2.
Wait. Before we do, we got to tell them where it starts on the try mark. The try mark description because it just jumps right in.
I mean, okay. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
someone ripped this from a DVD.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's gonna start right at the Trimark Lion. All right, you remember them? I don't
No,
think they're.
there's no lion. It just says try mark.
Oh, okay. Are we done?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, so a lot of history with this film. I always talk about everybody's got that movie, mom and pop, maybe rental shop you grew up going to. Maybe it wasn't a mom and pop store. If you're our age, if you grew up in the 90s or 80s, and I from time to time have talked about this one that we had in the small town of Kentucky I lived in, Danville, and it was right across the street from where we lived. Small town, everybody knew everybody. Everybody knew my grandmother, so I would just go to this place, and they would just rent R-rated movies. They didn't care that I was like in fourth grade. They're just like, "Tell your grandma I said hi," as I'd walk out with Haunted Ween and anything that had tits. Thanks, I
Yeah.
will. And I just broke so many of my little cherries during that time. Not literally, because but this is a movie we rented all the
Well,
damn
it's the
time.
first one to go direct to video, so
It is, and which is interesting because it's the fucking best one. It really is. And this might be, I don't know if this is a hot take or if this is a common opinion, but I actually think the original one's the worst.
hmm.
I actually think the original one with Jennifer Aniston and Oz and the little kid from Mr. Nanny, it's just the worst one, because it is kind of the most serious. He's a little less silly in it. And he also doesn't really look like the leprechaun we all know because he's got like really short hair. His design's like a little off, but anyway. And I also love how from film to film to film the lore changes and his age changes. Like I don't know exactly. I think in the first one when the cop pulls him over in his little leprechaun car, he's like, "I'm 600 years old." But I think like in the second one, he's dated like multiple thousands. It always changes.
Hmm.
And obviously he's got different lore things. Like in the first one, he compulsively cleans shoes, and that's like his weakness. He throws shoes and he polishes them. That goes out the window. This one, an amulet is what stops him. It just always changes, whatever serves the story at hand. This one, we're opening up at a pawn shop. I love how this movie just gets right into it. You don't have to wait around, man. We set the scene. We're in Vegas. We got this Babu looking dude running a pawn shop, and this one-eyed Jack dude comes in with the statue. We don't know how we got it. You kind of want to know this guy's backstory. Like, damn, this guy's been through some shit. What did the leprechaun do to him? How First of all, how did he get the leprechaun? Did he stop him? Did he actually like go through a whole leprechaun movie himself?
I like how they don't explain anything. They just get into it.
But it makes your brain work. That's the whole
Yeah.
fun of it.
Yeah.
It's like, did he actually apprehend the leprechaun and get this thing on him? How did he find out that was his weakness? And but we get right into it. This guy is actually the luckiest guy in the whole film because he just gets away scot free. He gets $20 for this damn thing. He wants to skip town.
He only gets $20 for that. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Pawn Stars. I think you'd get a lot more than $20.
Yeah, he's like, let me call a friend. Let me see. I got a friend that can tell me how much this piece of shit's worth.
Uh,
And he calls me up, like, hey, I got this leprechaun in here. All right, I'll be right there.
Let me get Chumley on the line. So this was filmed in an actual pawn shop in Las Vegas. It's now closed, but a lot of the stuff was filmed. There's some,
Reno.
yeah, there's some iconic like casinos. They show like Riviera, Excalibur, Stardust, but the majority of this is filmed in an LA studio.
It's
So
like second unit stuff. Like there's some
yeah,
establishing shots, and there's like the shot where they have Warwick Davis in front of the Golden Nugget, and he says like, "I'm taking over," or he says whatever. I don't know if he says that at that point, but aside from a couple of things like that, yeah, it's backlot stuff, or yeah, it just looks like it was filmed in some. Looks like it was filmed in Branson, Missouri, in a back road.
it
Like
does, man.
it's called this a casino.
It looks so cheap.
Vegas looks very thinned out. Like there's not that enough people. But anyway, oh, John Turturro looking guy. Yeah, he kind of does. This guy's very entertaining. Let's bring in Rebecca so my dad and son can get a look at her. Rick Harrison. Yeah, it should have been Rick Harrison in this movie, dude.
That'll be hysterical.
Yeah,
I love how Rick Harrison laughs at every one of his own jokes.
Yeah. Anyway, I like how his head looks like a penis. All right, so I didn't notice, but he was a statue. He looked up and he was gone, but there was a pot of gold there. Was the pot of gold there in the statue form? Because I don't think it is.
No,
So how does that work? He freezes him, and if he loves this pot of gold so much, why did he leave it there?
I have no clue.
You know what I mean? It's so
Yeah.
precious. He gets up off of it and he's replaced with a pot of gold. But we don't waste any time.
I like
Yeah, he's
Indian
like, I
food,
like
so
Indian
it's
food.
spicy.
So spicy.
Yeah.
we're in Freddy Krueger territory now with Leprechaun 3, man, because get used to a lot of they're not even really technically limericks. He just speaks in rhymes though, and
See,
one
and I think that's the best part of the movie, honestly, is the one-liners and the lines, the riddles, and yeah,
well, one thing I find really funny about it is I love he bites his nasty toe, dude. That sock, it just
yeah.
looks so fucking gross. You know it stinks, dude. Come on. I don't think he showered in a month. If you get my drift. Sorry, that was mean. But I like how they it's just him constantly spouting out these rhymes, and all throughout the movie they always do like these segue shots where okay, we have the main story going on, you have Fazio or whatever going on in the magician, and then okay, where's Leprechaun? To pass some time they'll show Leprechaun coming, approaching Elvis, and he says, well, thank you, he says something stupid, and then we're back to the main story.
Mm.
It's like he just pops in to say like some quote or whatever, Vegas, I'm taking over, and all. It's really funny. I wonder how much work Warwick really had to put into this.
Well, I'm reading here they stole a lot of the shots in Vegas. I saw, which is not surprising. Another cool fact about this film, though, is it's the highest selling direct to video release in '95.
Yeah, they really discredited the popularity of Leprechaun. I mean, I don't know if it just didn't put up the numbers in theaters or why they wanted to go, or maybe it wasn't even discrediting it. Maybe they were like, you know what, these movies do gangbusters in rental, like the first two. I feel like we can make a ton of money in the rentals, and we don't have to bother with the theatrical. It's just not worth it.
Yeah,
I don't know, but people love them, man, and we rented it a million times, so we definitely contributed to that record. Leprechaun would love the hell out of Aaron's grandma. Of course he would. Got I used to watch this in her house, man, and she used to love these movies too. This is one of those movies where we watched it as a family because my dad's mom loved horror movies, and I remember when Mitch is getting fucked by that TV porn babe,
yeah,
and
yeah.
turns into the robot when she took off her tits, and
Y-
my grandpa's like, "Close her eyes, boys." I'm like, "Oh," and I'm like,
Your grandma just sitting there eating popcorn. Is she watching or what?
we're all watching it.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I'm like supposed to have my eyes closed, and I'm of course doing that. And then when it turns into a robot and it's got the robot tits, my grandpa's laughing, and I'm like, "Oh, are you expect me to keep my eyes closed while you're clearly having such a great time? Of course, I got to know what's going on." Jeez, Lee. Yeah. Oh wait, didn't Showgirls show the same stock footage of Vegas?
Probably, yeah.
This does have some weird Showgirls vibe going on about it, and it's so funny you mentioned Showgirls because there's a connection there because Fazio looks like a bootleg Kyle MacLachlan
Yeah.
who's in Showgirls, and he's in a lot of David Lynch movies and stuff. But I always thought, is like, is that the guy from fucking Blue Velvet? Or I guess when I was a kid, it would have been more like, is that the guy from fucking the Flintstones movie? Because he's the bad guy in that. But so we have Scott. He's rolling through town, and we have Tammy, who's a total Stacy. She's stranded. He pulls over to help her out, almost crashes into her, and basically we kind of get there set up. Scott's starting college in California, and he just wants to see Vegas, and she works as a magician's assistant. This guy just so happens to have a damn CD-ROM about leprechauns in his fucking drawer. It's just so conveniently is able to give us all the fucking exposition and backstory about the leprechaun's weaknesses,
That's
and
the way to do it, man.
it gives us the foreshadowing of the potatoes, and his gold is his power,
Mhm.
that's his weakness, and two leprechauns. They go with that arc because this is the only film where they go that whole thing of, oh, when two leprechauns come together, and he's like contagious, and of course he's gonna end
Yeah.
up biting Scott and turning him into one. I love that. I'm 1 shilling short. And I also love he was counting that giant ass pot of gold. He's like 98, 99. There's clearly like fucking 5,000 coins in that thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Isn't that funny?
yeah,
And you saw him when he pulled it off the counter, when he, from the pawn shop. Well, he's still in the pawn shop. When he pulled it off that counter from up high, it leaned over and nothing fell out of it. And then, of course, he dropped one outside of the door.
yeah. As he's walking out, yeah.
But I'm saying it's clearly like a prop because he pulled it off, and it was like falling at a huge angle. It would have dumped all over his ass. And if these shillings are so precious to you, Lub Dan, which by the way, apparently that's his fucking name, which they had to have established his name in Leprechaun 2. It's been a minute, but it has to be because in Leprechaun 2 there's all that backstory with the princess from thousands of years ago. They must have gave him a name at that point. But even this, when like I think it's the loan shark guys that are going after Mitch.
Yeah,
When they say, "Who are you?" He goes, "I'm the leprechaun." So he doesn't ever say his name's Loveden. He says, "I'm the leprechaun."
yeah, yeah.
So it's like to me, his name is Leprechaun. But
This movie took 14 days to shoot, so it was a pretty quick production. Yeah.
you know what? I'm not shocked because, like I said, they got a lot of mileage out of this. This kind of you could tell there's not a lot of setting. You could see where if they stole some shots to make it look robust and stole some shots of Vegas, but everything takes place in the casino, man. And then he's got like a hotel room. They probably did like his hotel room and maybe even the casino stuff all in one lot.
Oh yeah, the casino looks terrible. I mean, that's like the worst looking casino ever.
Hey, oh yeah, of course we'll go off path for just a second and say R.I.P. Val Kilmer, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Who was in Willow with Warwick Davis.
yeah.
Dude, forget about the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It's all about the 6 degrees of Leprechaun.
It's the Iceman. Yeah, that's sad, man.
But let me see here. Who is? I always forget his name. This film reminds me of what the frick is his name? Albert Pian movies. So this is like that guy Albert Pian who did Cyborg and does these movies like Mean Guns. This definitely has like an Albert Pian vibe all over it because he really stretches out his budget. And because you could have told me you couldn't 14 days I wouldn't have guessed that. When I was a kid, this movie didn't seem like a straight to video. It seemed big to
Yeah.
me.
It seemed big to you back then?
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I'm like, I'd never seen
Yeah.
Vegas. And I'm like, whoa, this is Las Vegas. Cool. To me, it painted a good description of Vegas. I'm like, whoa, look at this casino. It's really hopping.
S-
And
So this director actually, I mean, he's done a lot. Brian Smith, he's done Night Demons 2. He's done let's see. Dead End Drive-In, The Quest, BMX Bandits. He's done a lot of solid
pretty sure
movies.
this is his first American movie at the success of Dead End Drive-In. After the praise he got for that, because he's Australian. Dead End
Yeah,
Drive-In is
yeah, yeah.
Australian. Yeah, this is his first U.S. film, and in fact, man,
No, no, because Night of the Demons 2 would have been his first film.
oh, he did Night Demons too.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think I might have read something somewhere that he might have been disappointed that this went straight to video. But anyway, like Pew Pew, did I not say Pew Pew? Pewin? I don't fucking know. Whatever his name, he's dead too. R.I.P. But anyway,
What? He directed Pimpin' Pee Wee? What is that?
I don't know. No one
Oh,
cares.
Porky's.
We're
Oh.
talking about look at all this keynote going on right now, and you're going off the fucking deep end about some bullshit. So anyway, he he takes her to work, and then this guy has got like all the luck in the world because everything's just going his way. He's like, you know what, fuck it, I gotta take my shot. And he runs up to her like, hey, I've never seen a casino. Can you please let me in? And this is clearly I grew up thinking it was this easy to get in a casino. Like now they have
Yeah.
guards everywhere.
Mhm.
Like he's not even 18 or he's not even 21. He says it's his first year of
Looks like he's
college.
in his 30s.
Well, yeah, but if he's going to his first year of college, he's probably 18. We're just going to assume he's
Mhm.
18 or 19. And she works in a casino, so she's 21 at least.
Yeah.
And she's just all over his fucking dick swinging. I'm like, no way. This 21-year-old's not going to be all over this fucking 18-year-old. And she just lets him in. She's like, all right, you can come in, but just look around. I'll let you in through the back. Like it's that easy. It's just not that easy, guys. And anyway, he's gonna go in with daddy's money. He's gonna be flaunting a check because his dad. There's like a little note on it, like this should cover tuition and expenses or whatever. His dad gives him a check for like $25,000, and we're supposed to like this guy as a hero. He's a degenerate gambler in the making, and he blows his fucking dad's money.
He blew it, but he made it back though. I mean,
Yeah, through a leprechaun wish.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Through desperation, he saw a guy get killed and he didn't care. But, all right, so Babu here is he's getting fooled by the magic of the leprechaun. He thinks he's going to get the better of him, but he's flaunting his magic and he's making him see a reflection of himself, and
I
then
love
he's
he
going to
sticks
have
his finger in the barrel, dude.
yeah, it's all funny. But anyway, he's going to shoot him. Why didn't the leprechaun shoot him in the head?
I don't know, because that's not funny. That's not
I know. I
funny.
always wonder that. Yeah, he's like laughing. Why did he just shoot him in the wrist, dude? Makes no sense.
Probably so he can do this.
I like when he's he's gonna blow the gun, but he's gonna he's gonna shove the amulet in his mouth, and he's gonna start barfing up that troll 2 slime.
Yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
"I'm a dangerous man. I'm a dangerous man."
Isn't it like acid or something? Like leprechaun?
It's just like his blood, dude. His blood looks just like his shit because he also shits in
Oh yeah, yeah. He does
Fozzie's
the
hand.
magic trick.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've established plenty well by now that he really fears that amulet, and every bad guy has to have a weakness. They don't have to go into too much about it, but which that CD-ROM didn't say shit about the amulet, by the way.
No.
They should have threw that in there.
Why would he be holding the amulet if he can't? Did somebody throw the amulet and he turned to stone? Is that what happened or whatever?
I don't know. I thought you didn't like when they explain stuff. Hey,
I'm asking. I
I
mean,
like how much time they always spend in these movie CD-ROMs because that Leprechaun CD-ROM looks like some designer cooked that up in like an hour, and it also looks like the same graphics from Freddy's Dead. Boing, boing,
well,
boing.
that's
That stupid
how everything used to look back in the mid 95. All the games, Leisure Suit Larry, all those games.
bro. Silhouette, you're right. It does look like that TMNT cream pastry from back in the day. I know exactly what you're talking about. So here, but like I said, as a kid, they were really clever with their shots because they're not doing any wide shots. It's like, hey, let's have a close up of a roulette table. Let's give the illusion that there's a lot more going on in this casino, but there's really not. We'll show a couple of slots. Hey, we got another little person on the end there,
They're
and
all
then
little people.
no, there's
Those
one
were all little people.
dude. Somebody on the end was.
No, they all were, dude.
No one cares about that. But look at this babe with the big tits, the big jugs, dude. She's so hot. She kind of looks like a hotter version of Alex from the college years, dude. She looks like Alex in the face, but just
She
giant.
does
Jugs.
look like Alex from the college years.
But she's just got the biggest bouncing jugs. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a fucking sexist pig here, but that's all I can look at. And you got everything here is a parody because you have this John Cleese looking priest, and he's clearly like a pervert. And this guy's loving it. Scott's loving every minute of it. So we're gonna get introduced here to Fazio. He's Siegfried and Roy wannabe, and more like a David Copperfield knockoff, actually. A bootleg Copperfield. He looks like Kyle MacLachlan, and
Carolyn Williams.
he does the show at this what is it, Lucky Shamrock. Look at this. This place probably sits 15 people. It's so funny. And then you have this chick, and her whole arc is, oh, I want to be beautiful. It's the chick from Texas Chainsaw 2.
Carolyn Williams. I can't believe that she didn't have the chainsaw on the end of the film, and it was him. I mean, that would be funny if she was running around with the chainsaw.
But they had to make her look all busted because she's clearly got like these fake droopy tits, and she got padding on her ass, because she's actually really attractive, and she's not like super old or anything and busted in this, but they got to make her look like that. So, it's easier to doll her up when she gets her wish to, I want to be sexy again, in which they give her a weird fucking butch chop on her head, which is fucking terrible. But
Oh God, that's horrible, man. I mean, that was the rage back in the 90s, but that's a
I like the
terrible
hair
look.
she's got better. Like just give
Yeah.
her the tight bod and keep that fucking old 80s mom hair.
My mom used to have that same haircut, dude.
The short hair or that?
The short one.
Oh.
I don't know, the spiked haircut. It was back in the late 80s.
I love this guy. He's a total hack, and he's introducing. He's like, I got a new trick. We're basically gonna set you on fire, and we're just seeing here that he's kind of a screw up. Mitch comes in, and Mitch is he runs the casino, and he's a total pervert. He's not letting it be a secret that he wants to get his pinky stinky up in Tammy.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
she just takes it. By the way, he's like, one of these days you're gonna say yes. At least he's not forcing himself on her. He's just trying to wear her down like Urkel. But
I'm wearing you down, baby.
But she has aspirations to be a headlining magician for some reason. I I don't know. You ever see a magician, somebody like that wants to be an actual magician? They'll these people that are magicians' assistants that got like a nice rack and they're cute. They're like working their way through fucking nursing school or something. They're
He was
not
in
like,
Chained Heat too. Did you watch that film?
I've seen Shane Heat. Is
Yeah,
who's in that?
yeah.
Mitch?
Mitch,
Oh,
yeah.
Mitch is in Chain. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Chain Heat's awesome. Fantastic movie. Look at that, that derpy face. It looked like the Chad meme. But yeah, like I said, they keep the shots pretty close. They don't widen them up too much, so you kind of it looks fuller than it really is. He's got like 25,000 to burn, so he just goes to a roulette table. Which, by the way, I guess that's a way if you want to like double your money really fast, but it's also stupid. Put it all on black or whatever. You play blackjack. You build up your pot a little bit. It's lower risk, lower reward. This guy is a true degenerate in the making. And anyway, so she's tasked to basically, I guess, keep the casino making money because the whole roulette wheel that they're going to have is totally rigged. And I always found it funny because I've never seen somebody like Mitch that owns a casino where he has like no leverage. He's like flipping. He owes bookies money. These guys that are going to be all over him, you're going to see, and then he's all over her job about you better get that money back. You like $100,000 or whatever. Like what casino can't clear that? Like you're not covered to fucking give anybody 100 grand. It just doesn't work like that. And then why does she stay there? Because he clearly threatens her job. Like you get that money back, or you're gonna have problems. Like, oh, it's like just quit. But she's probably old and busted. This is like totally like an old Vegas, Fremont Street type of casino, and you know, if that's what the case is, she was probably like a hot card dealer in the day at one of the hot casinos. And if you guys go to Vegas, if you've ever been to Fremont Street versus the main strip, the place like the Golden Nugget and stuff these days, it's got a lot of her in it, like a lot of older.
It's fun, dude. I love Fremont Street. It's like a giant party, dude.
It's fun though, but like when you go to those casinos, they're not
They're
modernized.
no, they're dingy.
I feel like they're stuck in the 80s or the 90s,
Yeah.
and all the dealers there are older. They're people that used to be the hot stuff because it's like a hot club or a restaurant. These big casinos on the strip that are attracting all the clientele in the business. They want the people to be attractive, so there's a lot more younger, attractive people that are dealing cards and running these tables. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, you go to the Nugget or whatever on Fremont Street, and you sit at a blackjack table there. You're gonna get some good conversation with
Oh,
some old
absolutely.
timers. Those are the people that live there. Like, oh, I live here in Vegas, and I hang out here. Yeah,
Well, they have like White Castles and Chick-fil-A's inside the casinos at those dingy casinos, which is great. Do you know Fazio? He does a lot of voice acting. He does like he did a lot of the Final Fantasy games. Voice act. Final Fantasy 10, 15.
who do you play in Final Fantasy X?
uh Luzu, Luzzu,
I don't even know who that is. It's probably like a side character.
Barthelo, Hypello. I don't know.
Just random voices and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so he just can't help himself, man. He cashed in his 25 grand, and she's a scumbag. She's just enabling him. Even when he loses everything, she's like, "Oh, you know what? You can't, you bad luck because it's got to run out now. You're bound to win. You got a nice watch, honey." She's facilitating the movement of our script, and she's gonna send him over to the pawn shop. But Babu here, he left the door open, which by the way, was he like trapped back there? I don't get it. But he's like, you left the door open, so I take it you want to talk. And he's gonna make him a deal. He's like, look, you don't like this fucking medallion. So I'll give you this medallion and I want half your gold. Thinking this guy's actually gonna broker a deal. And he's gonna lie to him. And he's gonna pay the price. I like Leprechaun's lipstick. It's like my dog's lips. Dude. My dog's got black rubber lips, dude, just like Leprechaun. What? Fun fact. My dad met Dr. Phil at a Vegas casino one time, allegedly, and Phil's gold card there was called IR Suite. I don't get it. IR Suite.
Hmm.
IRS Suite? I like that video of the drunk guy meeting drunk Chad Kroger for Nickelback.
I didn't see that.
You ever seen it? Maybe it pops up my feeds all the time because I've made it algorithm based because I always look at it. It's this guy. He's just hanging out drinking at one of the casinos. And this guy's, "Hey man, can you please sing me a song?" And he's clearly drunk. Like, what? He's like, "Fine, I was standing in line." He sings him a verse. Yeah, it's such a funny
Maybe I
video.
have seen. That sounds familiar.
He's like not, his eyes are going in different directions. He's so fucking like lit, and he's singing Rockstar for this guy that won't shut up, dude. It's great. Hey, what the hell's Fapello, dude? What the fuck?
Who knows?
Anyway, I think the name meant he's a sugar daddy or a joke in the room. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, he's losing his shirt, man. And her name's Loretta, right? I'm not freezing up. Loretta, right?
Loretta, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, she's the mastermind behind stealing people's money. So I don't know. She's just crooked.
I like how the only people that work at this casino is Mitch, Loretta, Fazio, Tammy, and then the person at the register or the why can't I spit it out? The cashier.
Cashier, yeah, desk. Yeah,
I think that's all you see.
yeah.
But I love this dude when the trick goes bad and he starts dancing, dude. He's like stalling, he's dancing more, dude.
That'd be a terrible show, dude. Yeah, I'm just like them. I'd be sleeping through this magic show. This show sucks, dude. It's no Siegfried or Roy, dude.
But I thought that was two dudes at
So did
first.
I.
And when I saw him, like, how did I not notice this when I was a kid? That was the strangest fap I ever had. Like, well, that's a guy. It's not.
So this budget was 1.2 million, so they did have a little bit of money.
Yeah, but
That's
shocked.
still not much.
But still shocked, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
like, 14 days is insane. I mean, the average feature film is going to take minimum 6 weeks, like budget, usually 8 weeks. And then you got reshoots. They really, really busted ass. Something cracks me up about the Leprechaun just walking around with a club, dude, and just swinging at guys. And he's always like hitting him, jocking him in the knees and stuff. I don't know why I find it so funny.
I I just love when he gets thrown out the hotel window or whatever. And then he just
Yeah.
lands on the concrete,
Well, Scott here,
pulls the knife out of his eye.
Scott has no. He's not a really likable guy. He's kind of a whiny little asshole. The fact that he's blowing his dad's money already makes him kind of a piece of shit. He doesn't deserve to get the girl, even though she's just like throwing herself at him. This 18-year-old guy, and she's like or early 20 something, just throwing herself like she couldn't get nailed by anybody in Vegas. And he has no remorse for anything he does. Like he finds Babu dead in a second. She's gonna send him over to the pawn shop where she's gonna find Babu dead. And yeah, he kind of he reacts for a second, like, oh, there's a dead body here, and he's trying to call the cop, but he finds the gold shilling and he makes the wish, and he's like, oh shit, I'm on a hot streak now. I don't give a shit, and he remembers it because he even brings it up to Tammy later, like, oh, and there was a dead guy, but then I was on winning. Like, okay, the dead guy, you want to go back to that guy? You want to see what happened? He didn't give a shit. And when I know a leprechaun attacked him in a hotel room out of nothing. Fazio's breaking into his hotel room, and the leprechaun's there with the room service cart, which is funny. Okay, I get it. It's a creepy looking leprechaun, but he throws him out the window and he still doesn't give a fuck. I would have to stop for a second. Holy shit, what just happened? I know there's like a little dude in prosthetics because clearly that's like makeup, but I still threw a guy out a window. That would sit with me for a second. Like, holy shit.
He has
Maybe
no
I should.
remorse.
No, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He just wants that fucking pot, dude. He wants the gold. He wants money.
Well, he is in Vegas, so yeah.
The theme here is greed. Anyway, Let's see. Half hour in, and Lep is still in the pawn shop. Never realized how long that whole bit goes on. No, yeah, it's funny because I agree with you. When I go back and watch this as an adult, I always seem to remember as a kid, like, oh, the pawn shop's just at the very beginning. That's it. But like, no, the pawn shop. We keep coming back to the pawn shop. I like it though because Babu's got more of a role than I
Oh,
give him credit.
absolutely. I like the pawn shop, man.
Let's see, Leprechaun acting like Vanilla Ice when he smashed up that MTV office. I don't remember that. Yeah, it's always a trip seeing all the stuff from the '90s, like the '90s McDonald's and stuff like that. I always like these time capsules. But yeah, I think that's supposed to be the theme here, just greed, man. Because even
Greed and lust.
Tammy makes a point of even saying when we first meet their characters, like they're making it more out to be than what it is. Like you got to get out. Sometimes you want to get out and you just can't. Like what's keeping Tammy there? She's not. I get it. Like if you're like some druggy gambling addict that can't leave. Okay, but Tammy's not a gambling addict. Like what? Why can't you? What's keeping her in Vegas? She acts like she's sucked in and can't get out. And this guy's acting like he's on crack already. I can't. I'm getting sucked into the Vegas lifestyle. I played one fucking roulette table. I played one roulette table. I met the girl of my dreams. I love it how he wins this money. We're gonna see him in a second. He wins this money, and he's gonna be look. He's gonna say right now, "I wish I was back at the table on a hot streak or whatever." And he's gonna be there. Leprechaun's gonna try and hit him. And he's gonna be like, "Ah!" Anyway, he's on a winning streak and he goes to cash it out because Mitch puts a stop to this. Like, oh, fucking shit. Like, get him off this table. He's too hot. And Mitch is a sleazebag. He's like, hey, you could stay on the hotel and they always do that reason. They always give you when you're on a streak, they put you up in one of their hotels because they want you to keep playing because they want to win the money back. That's why they always do it. They don't want you to stop. You win a fucking 100 grand at a casino, they're putting you up at a suite knowing you're going to come down. You're going to get that itch, and they want to recoup. But so he does that. He cashes out, and he's going to see Tammy, and he's like, "I want to share it with you." Like, dude, he wants to share his fucking money with Tammy, and he just met her. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. He
He's,
is.
he's whipped my pussy he doesn't have.
I know.
But I'm saying, like, if you really think about it, first of all, I would see that shit. He's like hovering, dude. Remember he's trying to hide it with his hand. Like, I would see that shit in a second. But anyway, so at one thing I don't think Mitch, as desperate as he is, to make him stop losing and he's cheating, you would have thought the first thing he did was, let me see your ID, kid, because he knew he wasn't old enough when he first met him. Remember that?
He knew he wasn't old enough, but he saw the stack of money. Or
True, but you're missing what I'm saying. So when he lost all that money to him after the hot streak, the first thing he should have been was, let me ID you.
yeah,
Because then he could have taken the money back. He would have been invalid. So I don't know why he didn't pull that. He clearly already had suspicions he wasn't old enough. So anyway, that's neither here nor there.
I don't know. Can you take it back?
I think there. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't think you'd get to keep the money. I think if you were gambling underage, I think that's what happened on Full House. Joey left his slot machine for 2 seconds and told the girls to watch it for a second, and they couldn't resist, and they pulled it and won the jackpot. And then Joey won all the money, but when they reviewed the tapes, they. But anyway, is it an infinite wish coin? Yeah, it's one wish.
One per person.
No, it's per shilling.
Oh, per shilling.
It says,
Okay.
I think it's infinite. It's how Lep does its magic, but more coins equals more power or something. So the CD-ROM said, if you guys were paying attention to the CD-ROM with all the knowledge, it said one wish per shilling you have. So, but there is some inconsistencies with it because let me see who has the coin first. He has the coin. He wants to be on a hot streak. And I can't remember. Somebody loses the coin, and I swear to you, it makes it seem like he lost his luck or something. Like it almost seemed like if you don't have the coin in your possession, you lose access to the wish you had. I don't know, but then Loretta loses her coin to Fazio, and she's still sexy. The Leprechaun comes and fucking blows her ass up. So there's like some inconsistencies with it, I think. Yeah, there's in front of the golden nugget.
Well, it's the new idea they introduced for just. Did they do that in the fourth one? The shilling.
It's always about a shilling. Well, it's not. Oh, I don't know about the wish. No, the
Yeah,
wishing I think is just in this movie. But he's always the constant. He's always looking for his gold, right? Remember Oz in the first movie swallows the gold coin and
yeah,
he's like scratching into his belly. Remember you have Jerry. He's in the second one, and he makes him give birth to the pot of gold. Oh, and he cuts it out of his stomach. You don't remember any of this because you're not a Leprechaun fan.
no, I don't
The,
remember.
the guy from Seinfeld, the guy who's head of the fucking retirement board, the guy that hates Morty.
Oh,
Jerry.
that guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's in Leprechaun.
I don't. I don't remember these. I honestly don't.
Anyway, well, they're fantastic. They're better than most of the movies you make me watch. Your kids would love these. These are great movies for. I get the Leprechaun kind of is scary to a kid because he's like a little person or whatever, and he looks creepy. But if you can kind of get past that, Leprechaun is so silly. I was watching these elementary school, and they were not scaring me at all. My wife was like, I wanted to watch this to catch up on it last night, and she's like, those movies used to traumatize me as a little kid. I'm like, just watch them as an adult now. You'll see how stupid they
Or
are. There's nothing scary. Like Leprechaun is nothing but jokes, and the violence is so tame in these movies. They're not that violent. They don't.
no,
They're,
I
they're
mean,
not violent at all. He's
yeah.
whacking people with clubs and stuff. Yeah, he bit off an Indian guy's stinky toe, but that's probably like the worst of it. Oh, I guess you do see Fazio ripped in half. You see like his,
That's funny. Yeah.
but it's pretty tame.
Yeah. See, I just don't understand the love of these films. Like, I mean, they're fine, but I never got into them when I was younger. I don't know why.
Because he's a great mascot that deserves a spotlight, like Freddy and Jason and Chucky
No, he
do.
doesn't.
Yeah, everybody was like, yeah, when are we gonna get Chucky versus Leprechaun?
Oh my god.
Just because they're the two little
See,
guys.
I'm
You got
not in love with Chucky either. I mean, I like the first three Child's Play, and that's it. But I like them. I don't love them like a lot of people do.
I think the first two Child's Plays are fucking top tier Kino. I think they're fucking awesome movies. But anyway, here we go. We got this guy that's clearly just all fucking built up. He needs to. His balls are full, dude. He's not thinking properly because he's like literally, he's like, I want all this money. He's like, I want to share it with you. And she's not creeped out about this. What's even worse is she's kind of a shitty person too because she bites into it.
He's known her for like a half hour, and he already given her all this money.
Get out of here. Cat, go. Leave this town. It's bad. And she's like, okay, go up to your room and stay there and lock it. And I'll be up there to talk after. I'm like, you're going to take this fucking money? I don't. What? She's a terrible person. And if you think about it from this point, oh wait, what does Leprechaun say here? Oh, the strip club. He's
Oh
like,
yeah,
he's walking up the strip. He's like, hey, no, no, like he's got work to do. I can't get
Lucky
sidetracked.
Shamrock.
I love it. Yeah, look at that shitty place. That looks like a library, like a public library.
Yeah, that's
And you can tell they put a fake ass sign over it.
that's like a tart, like a
I used to love this Elvis guy, this scene. Like, oh, I like how he's scratching the car. That cracks me up, dude. Thank you very much. And I like how they both do the oh no no.
so
This part's
stupid, dude.
Hey, those blues come blues white. I really like them, man. Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Hey, y'all, that's pretty good there. Next time you do it, make sure you get paid for it.
Yeah, that's a shitty looking Elvis, dude.
Oh, he's pretty good, dude. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this. Isn't that funny, dude? Yeah, it's
Doesn't
so
have
it's
doesn't have any hamburger meat on his chest.
how come not? How come nobody else is afraid of? Look at. I love when he's gyrating his hips, dude. And you see him. He's doing the
That's
Elvis
so
lip curl.
dumb, dude.
No, he's doing the Elvis lip curl, but he's got so much caked on prosthetics, you can tell he can't do it all the way. So it's like, but you can tell he's doing it. It's pretty funny.
Uh,
Fazio, he had him regulated to like he has to go around the shitty casino doing magic parlor tricks for people around the casino. That's how low rent he is. And this is where Leprechaun's gonna shit in his hand, which is pretty funny. Uh, and then that's so funny. It's like casino won't let me use a real rabbit, and nobody's shocked by him. He just raises an eyebrow. No one's like, "Holy shit!" Even if you know that's a guy in makeup, if any kind of a small person comes up to me, I'm gonna go like this. You put a small person in like even obvious fucking cosplay of a leprechaun, I'm gonna go, "Holy shit!" I'm not just gonna go, "Hey, little fella." Looks like
Leprechaun shit Play-Doh, dude.
yeah, it's a steaming Play-Doh. I love it. It's so funny. Like I said, they really stretched the budget here. They, as a kid, I did not really think about it. Like, wow,
You couldn't spend $20 on a fake pile of shit or something. You had to do.
this is the '90s. They could have went to any Walmart and bought some Nickelodeon gack.
Yeah, that's true.
They could have used green Nickelodeon gack. Like, wish I could still get gack, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it was in my hands.
I remember smelling gack all the time. Dude, it stunk so bad.
Yeah, dude, it smelled like butt crack. So she's been spying on Scott, and she sees that he's got a big pot, and so they're colluding together because now they're just like 2-bit hoodlums because this guy's like, oh, we should pay him a bit. What room number is he in? Oh, and I love how when he goes up there, he doesn't know that he's not like right in front of the door. Conveniently, Scott's in the shower or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Enters the room and he's like rifling around, and I love it. He's gonna steal his underwear. He's like, "Oh, that's silk. I'm gonna keep that." Like, you're gonna keep this guy's fucking underwear, dude. Dude, it's insane. Like Fazio's got some problems. Dude. I don't care how nice the underwear are. You can admire them, be like, "Oh, this is some nice underwear." I'm not gonna like take the guy's underwear and wear them. They're like banana hammock silk underwear, dude.
Just the fact that they're hanging out with the leprechaun, so dumb, dude.
This is the first one that really didn't take itself seriously, and nobody cares. Nobody. I don't know. I don't understand. He likes gold. Does he care about U.S. currency?
I guess these are the loan sharks or whatever. Do they travel from casino to casino?
One guy came off the set of Miami Vice, dude. He turned into a slot machine.
Yeah.
Dude. He got off easy. He's not even dead. He's just like barfing up coins. Why? I mean, but they're kind of funny. They're like comic relief. They're all because he's like a big dumb animal. He's stupid. He's an oaf, and you know, I like it, dude. I think they're funny. I have a
They're
good time
fun.
with
They're
it.
fun. They're not.
That's what he goes. I don't understand that. This guy's just a greedy asshole, man. He's got probably 100 grand. Like I said, I think he said 100 grand, and he's gonna take a shower. Like I said, very self-serving. Fazio's gonna. He doesn't know. How do we know he's not sitting right there in front of the door? Like, who the fuck are you? You're that fucking asshole. You're that magician. Like this guy, he doesn't want to come in with a mask or anything. He's literally got cardboard cutouts of his ass all in that casino, and he doesn't even. He actually sees him. Like, what was his plan when he gets away? He throws a smoke bomb, but he clearly saw
Yeah,
him.
why didn't he send the bellhop in there to get his shit? But no, Fazio has to go in there and do it
Just
himself.
put something over your damn face. Put in some effort, dude. Also, as soon as Fazio leaves in the smoke bomb, Leprechaun comes in through the smoke. Did they not like see each other in the hallway? And Fazio had the coin.
Oh, there's a coin, yeah.
No, but Fazio takes it. So he was coming in and Fazio was leaving him. The Leprechaun almost acts like he can sense or smell his coin. He didn't know that Fazio has the coin.
I love that, dude. That's funny, dude.
Look when he's running. He's like, "Oh, my hand." He's like, "Oh." He's a hack, dude. He's funny. So here comes the Leprechaun. Which that would make my day, dude, to see a little person pushing in a cart, dude. You don't see them till they turn. Like, oh gosh, thought it was a ghost cart. And here he's gonna bite him, and yeah, and
He's gonna turn into Leprechaun, yeah.
But he's gonna bite him, but then he stabs him. I always remember he stabs him with a knife in the forehead. I thought that was really
He
rad.
throws him out the window.
But I don't blame him, but he's just not scarred from it, and it's his blood from the wound that's gonna get in his wound. And like, okay, fair enough. You'd think the Leprechaun would be careful about doing shit like that if he can create more leprechauns. And he just doesn't give a shit. He's like, fuck, man, I got my hand. He's calling, what does he say? He's calling security.
Yeah, there's a leprechaun in here. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, how about you say something more like, hey, your fucking magician was in here robbing me. Yeah. Like, say something more realistic to get him up in the room. Don't be like, yeah, Leprechaun.
Like, are you drunk?
Hello? Yeah, it's really stupid. And this guy...
My shilling.
This guy's like... I don't know. He's a bad actor, but he's keeping up with the pace and tone of the movie the way and it's the writing. The stupid dialogue is so funny. And he really kind of goes all in when he turns into a leprechaun. He's like, "Oh, potatoes!" rah, 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 rah." And he looks like the leprechaun, both like the leprechaun in that episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark with the stage play and the leprechaun,
Oh yeah,
but he
yeah.
also kind of looks like that Luck of the Irish movie. Remember that Disney Channel movie?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember that one. No.
Does anybody in the chat remember Luck of the Irish about the guy that's turning into a leprechaun? It just gives me those vibes when I see him. Let's see. These movies, I guess, were big in the hood. Yeah, so exactly. And when they made, that's why they made two Lep in the Hood movies, because the creators, the people even said the producers, like, yeah, Leprechaun charts very, very high in the ghettos, in the black communities. He didn't call it the ghettos, but like the African American communities, he's huge. So Leprechaun in the Hood was massive in rentals. And so they had to make Leprechaun in the Hood too. And it's just though I think those are probably still to this day probably the highest rented out ones, and for good reason. They're fucking hilarious, man. You got Ice T. Ice T was in every straight. He's a straight to video staple, man.
Yeah, I always liked Ice T.
Yeah, he pulls the baseball bat out of his afro, dude. I like it. They found their niche, and they're the only reason I'm sure they rebooted this with Hornswoggle and they went for that dark reboot. I guarantee you he just wanted to stop doing it. And especially when they came back into Leprechaun Returns and they kind of went back to the Warwick style with another little person playing the Lebden role. But for some, yeah, there's no way they didn't come to him with a bag of money or a pot of gold, we'll say, and be like, hey, you want to reprise your role? I'm sure getting older, maybe like his condition, I imagine people like him probably have bad knees, bad joints.
Hmm.
It's probably like a Robert England situation. Like I can't, I notice like a lot of little people, especially when they get older, they have to like they have canes. You ever notice
Hmm.
that? And or maybe are in little chairs because yeah, I think they're prone to having bad joints. But anyway, Luck of the Irish, yeah, the last Disney Channel movie I ever watched. They probably cast this guy for his lep face. Yeah, that's probably right. He does kind of have like a little skinny leprechaun face, more like leprosy. Yeah. What if Leprechaun was in cyberspace and got into CryptoCoin BS? If you guys like watching this, I totally want to do Leprechaun in Space, which is terrible, but it's just they pump the zaniness up another like 5 notches, and it's just really over the top. And that's another movie where when I was a kid and that came out and we rented it, I hated it when I was a kid. I have a little bit more of appreciation for it now, but even as a kid, I'm like, whoa, there's just fucking jumping the shark with this one. But it looked like, oh wow, they're in space. Yep, I buy it. But then you watch it now and it's so cheap. You could tell the whole thing is filmed in like literally like a box warehouse, and all the like stuff in the spaceship is literally like cardboard boxes painted gray and silver. It's really cheap, but I kind of like the charm of it. Plus, it has Debbie Dunning, aka Heidi from Home Improvement, in it. That was like her first acting job after Home Improvement ended.
So speaking of cheap, I think we said that this was filmed for like 1.5 million. The actual first film was filmed for $900,000. And
They must have figured their margins out. They're like, you know what? It's for us because that's as much money as they were putting into the ones that were in the theater. They probably figured, you know what? That's a waste of money. They actually put more money in this. Like we're gonna go all in on the video.
mhm.
That's probably just like where their brain was at. I mean, they knew what they were doing.
And
Ishmael Leprechaun goes to Mexico. I want to see Leprechaun take out the cartel.
so that
Can
wa-
you imagine that? So hold on, somebody in Sicario gets a hold of his gold, dude, and he's taking on the Sicario looking for a shilling, dude. Awesome. You have a great idea. I should write a Leprechaun fanfic script, dude, and see if I can get Warwick on board. Contact his people. I'm like, are you sure you don't want back in on this franchise? Have I got a
then you can
story
have
for you?
John Rambo come in and try to hunt for, I don't know, his daughter or something.
Yeah, no, I like mine better. Let's have Leprechaun going after Sicario for 1 shilling, dude. That's brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, we have all horned up Mitch, dude, with equally horned up. She's like, I want you. Yeah, I want you. It's kind of like this isn't. She's not even like when she's beating the shit out of him and she's playing it rough. I is this like her real life inhibitions kind of coming out because his wish was for her to like basically be all over him. He wants But the leprechaun has nothing to do with this. It's not like the leprechaun possessing her. She's really into this kinky shit.
Yeah, this is really her. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like really coming out because all it said is, "I want her to want me." I love that. Let me help you. Oh, and it throws both at the wall.
So stupid, dude.
Nah, come on, man. He's a poor man's Paul Sorvino, who's already a poor man's something else. Like I like how the dumb guy looks at. They're so stupid, dude. They're talking about boxers and briefs, dude. Like, oh, but boxer, I like to hang. Oh, I need support. This is that kind of like Quentin Tarantino dialogue everybody was trying to do in the '90s, and I still think this weird banter about boxers and briefs is still better than the sandwich dialogue in Halloween H40 that those cops were
Oh
having.
yeah.
Gosh, dude, like what was that? Like, why did that scene get cut? Because it's going, it's more than this. It like goes on for like what feels like 5 minutes. But anyway, yes, these guys, bootleg Michael Gross, and this guy kind of gives me Stephen Baldwin
He
vibes.
looks
The
like
dummy.
he looks like Tim Curry, like a bigger version of Tim Curry.
I kind of see what you're saying. He's got the big upper lip,
Yeah.
like nose. This is the best scene in the whole damn movie. Bet you don't know. Bet you can't tell why. I love it, man.
That guy's room's awesome, dude. I'd love to
He
have that
lives in the
room.
motel and he sleazed it up, dude.
Yeah.
Just, I like how I love how this guy has to have the ultimate blue balls. She comes to and she kicks him in the nuts, and he's obviously got a bad. He's ruined his night, and everything's all better once a porno movie comes on. Like, hey, I don't remember this channel. Oh yeah, I'll just jerk off. That'll be the. I'll take the consolation. He's like happy with wanking it in his bedroom.
How'd they not cast like Andrew Dice Clay for this role? I mean, that would be great right there.
Well, Andrew Dice Clay would have to say yes. Andrew Dice Clay was still, I think, kind of successful at the time.
95.
I guess he was on his way out, but still, I don't think he was. I don't think he was looking to accept defeat this
Oh,
much.
he was
Like, oh yeah,
he was
I'll be
hysterical, dude.
on straight to video 3. He would be great though. Anyway, you can't say innovation without me saying all that. Your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Release your innovation, feel the rain on your skin. Oh, that's that song. No one else can feel it for you. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The scariest part of this is that lep magic can mind control you based on someone else's wish. Yeah, it really is, dude. That's like me saying, I'll get the gold shilling, and I'd be like, I want Todd to be madly in love with the next dude he finds. And then all of a sudden you're like, I want you, and you're like slapping some guy in a fucking in a elevator, dude. And you're taking him up to his bedroom. You can trust me. I'll come in right before it goes too far. Like, oh, with the camera. I'm like, oh, yeah, stop, stop, stop. You don't have to go all the way. That's pretty funny. Like you're about to enter, dude. I stop you like an inch away. I show you the video as proof. Like it didn't happen, bro. You're that close.
So that would be your wish,
Yeah,
your shilling.
that'd be my shilling, dude, to put you in that scenario.
Hmm.
Yeah, he gets hit in the fucking nuts. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't. It's not Mitch's fault. I mean, she was.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. How would he know that she was hypnotized?
He just made it. He flipped a coin and said, "Yeah, I wish."
Yeah.
He didn't know it's for real, dude. So I feel bad for Mitch, but like I said, I love how a dirty fucking skin flick cures everything. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know we had this channel." Like, you don't? Like, okay, like first of all, you're this big of a sleaze bag. First of all, if you're this horned up to where all you want to do is come, it doesn't matter who it is. Just get a whore. You're in Vegas. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, she comes to the TV, so I mean, that really did it for him.
Which you didn't think that scene's funny when you have like the psychic who's like Miss Cleo dude on the TV.
No, I did. I like this. I like this scene. Yeah.
Look at that shitty looking mill.
Potato. That's so dumb, dude. Like he's eating rocks, dude.
Which, by the way, I mean the only reason because they did the potato thing and the CD-ROM foreshadow. It's just there to like further explain. Hey, he's turning into a leprechaun. It's not like the potatoes is a weakness, dude. Hey, later, silhouette man.
Later,
Thanks
man.
for chilling with us. Zakito, that song reminds me of someone getting a massive amount of came to their face. Oh, feeling it on your lips. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, he takes this consolation prize no problem. Leprechaun's back there. hiding behind the TV. She looks like Stormy Daniels, by the way.
She does, yeah, absolutely.
It could be young Stormy, and she's got that like sultry voice.
Now, now, do you like that '80s hairdo?
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
You do. I know you do.
I always like that. Yeah.
I like those '80s tits though. That's all that matters. Jeez Louise. This movie's a little sleazy, dude. Well, they've always done that. Remember in the second one, the guy, like the leprechaun's using his magic to make it seem like the guy is gonna kiss tits. Like she comes to seduce him. She's got a big jug. He's like, oh, but it's really a fan, dude, with no like cover, and he kisses the fan. I, the kills are pretty fucking funny. Look, she's gonna name drop my boys. She's like Metallica. No, White Zombie.
White Zombie.
I
Yeah.
have the album. Anyway. I have the album. None of these guys even know they only get one wish. They should have at least had one of them try. Yeah, that's right. Nobody else saw that CD-ROM but Scott. Like, I don't even know if he took note of it. They don't know. Yeah, you think he would keep wishing for stuff. Sorry, guys. I might have to pay extra close attention to the scene to really get me going. Look, she comes out of the TV. He's his game. He's not drunk. He's not been drinking. He's not like Spencer in Freddy's Dead, where he's like high, and shit like that. He is just stone sober, and a big luscious babe comes out of the TV that he's just watching. He's like, "Oh, I'm okay." What he even says it like, "How are you here? Why does it matter?" He says something like that. He's just so horned up. I'm like, "You're in Vegas. Get a prostitute."
What this ripped off Trick or Treat, obviously, with the whole TV scene.
I, I think it's Freddie kind
I
of did
know,
the
I
TV.
know.
It's been
Everybody's done it. I know.
It's very and why not? It's effective. You could do it on a budget. You show the TV from an angle.
Yeah.
It's just somebody behind the TV coming out. It's so effective and it can be done so easily. But I love it. He's like, "Did you say my name?" No. Okay. Oh. Leprechaun keeps saying the name on the TV. Like, that's the guy in my room,
It's
Fazio.
Fazio. I'd love that. I'd love to have that pinup, dude. Yeah. 1-800 Wells. What is that?
I don't know, but Will Sue.
Will Sue. Yeah.
I always remember the quote when he's the pastor. Praise the Lord. Sending your money.
Yeah, send your money. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
And okay, she's coming off this elevator. This is how small this casino is and how unpacked it is. There's no one coming else. There's no one else in this hallway. He's able to run into her coming out of the elevator. She's going up the elevator. Like they're just passing each other.
Oh, there's
like
only one floor.
You know what I mean? But I'm saying there's nobody else here.
Yeah.
It looks so empty now as an adult. And she's like, "Yeah, it happens all the time. And I'm over it." Ah. And this guy, fucking Prince Charming, he's like, "No, he can't get.
I'm gonna do something about it.
Do something about it." Or look at the look on his face.
Yeah.
He'll just do it to somebody else. Now you could go.
What does he care? You just fired. You just fired her. Who cares?
He wanted to give her half. He wanted to give her his $100,000 after he met her once.
Yeah.
You know what? He was cashing that money in, and she was like, "Yeah, okay, go up to your hotel room. I want to share it with you." He literally saw her one time.
Yeah.
He gave her a ride to work on the strip and walked her inside. That's it. And he's like, "Oh man, look at those jugs. I'm sorry. Is that Stormy?"
No, that's not Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels is kind of fucking. She's a bit of a dog face, but if this is what Stormy looked like back in the '90s, I don't blame Donald.
I know. How could you?
I love looking at his face.
The Miss Cleo, dude.
He's seeing the vision. I love the accent he's doing. You see it? Huh? He's changing his voice. It's really funny. Athena Cosmos. Todd got me with the back in the early days of soundboarding. He got me with the Miss Cleo soundboard, dude. Scared the shit.
Oh, the E-Bombs world, yeah.
Yeah. I got a call, man, and I was freaked out. I mean, I knew it wasn't like I knew it was clearly not Miss Cleo talking to me, but I was scared because it was like a scream situation. Like is somebody outside my house?
Did I call your parents' home or house phone or what?
I was alone in my apartment and it was late at night and you called me with this creepy Miss Cleo soundboard and I thought somebody was stalking me outside and I'm like I was scared, dude. I was like, "Oh my god." I was locking the doors. I was like Drew Barrymore, dude, and screaming like with a butcher knife.
How'd you end up knowing it was me? Did you call me back or something? Or
You probably broke it to me. I know
oh,
I
okay.
talked to you, so I don't know if no, I didn't. I had no inkling it was you,
Oh,
but I think you eventually called me and said that was me. But I think I had actually been watching like a scary movie. I was home alone. It was late on a weekend, and I just got done watching like some movie, and then I get a phone call like when a stranger calls, and it just creeped me out. But I love that scene with the animatronic Stormy Daniels or whatever. That was so cool. Like so many memories. Like I said with my grandpa who's now deceased and him laughing. I'll never forget that. Aha! That's how easy it is to take out Leprechaun. By the way, you just throw some shit at him.
what grandpa was this? Your dad's dad or was this your mom? Yeah.
My dad's adopted dad. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He was the one that made me get naked at the pool. Be like, you ain't got nothing I don't got. Like this is weird, Gramps. Mine ain't big like yours, Gramps.
Uh,
It never will be, son.
Tim Curry gets his eyeball ripped out.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty
Oh,
funny. I like how the guy with the white hair, Michael Gross, he goes, even when he's getting beat to shit, I just love him watch him whack up people with clubs, dude.
mm,
They're just taking it.
yeah.
Like shoot him. Like why are you taking this from this little guy? Just throw something at him and he'll fall down. Anyway, when he's like killing him, when he's beating the shit out of him, he literally says, "What was Judy Garland really like?" He gets one last zinger in
Yeah.
him. There it is. Watch. What was Judy Garland really like?
Oh gosh. So dumb, dude.
Little guy beat the shit out of him. Run out of the room, kick him, beat him on the head. He's not even really using his teleportation powers or anything else. It seems like you could pretty much run away from him.
Yeah, he hasn't really used a ton of magic in this film.
When he throws him out of the balcony on 20 floors, he doesn't like use his powers to reappear back to where he just got thrown from. No, he's gone. He's run like leave town, dude. Like that's when you leave. You knock the leprechaun out of the window, take your money, and leave. But anyway, he's turning into a leprechaun, and she's like, "Oh, like, oh my god, your face! You look normal. Looks like you just woke up and didn't put moisturizer on, and
He
you got
he
sideburns."
turns into that guy from Extra here pretty soon.
Oh, it's a great movie. I mean, this just looks like Todd's skin normally, right? Your average guy, actually, mine too. This is like the average guy's face.
Yeah.
I mean, a few years ago, my wife got me into skincare because she wasn't gonna have it any other way. Because I wasn't like ever like really into skincare. She's like, I'm not gonna have you fucking turning into the leprechaun guy. You're gonna, and she shows me what to buy, and I apply it every day. And I have a routine. I put like snail mucus on my face. This
Mm.
bullshit. My skin's looking pretty good these days. Actually, it's looking pretty glowy. It's not too bad.
Except that big zit on your cheek right here. Just kidding.
Where? I got a zit right here, dude. Where's my
I'm just kidding.
I do have one on my eyebrow.
I tend to get more zits the more I like wash my face every day. I don't know why.
You could be reacting to something.
Probably.
It's same thing with like moisturizers and creams. You got to like try stuff out. Like not everything works for you. Some stuff is oil based, some stuff is water based.
Oh, this is hysterical. This part.
Yeah, she just wants to be sexy, and oh yeah, they just oh wow, she looks the same except she's got
But yeah,
yeah, you almost said it. I'm trying to not say the words, but she just chopped her hair off, dude, and she's shaking the tits. She's like, oh look at those tits.
she looks like what's her name from Roseanne?
Jackie.
Jackie. Yeah, with the short hair.
Jackie had no ass or tits. Are you kidding me?
Well, her hair looks the same, dude.
Okay.
It doesn't it?
God, that haircut. She was doing so good with this. Why the haircut? Well, you know why? Because she's clearly wearing a wig, and it was probably the easiest way to train. Let's give you short hair. I don't know, but it just don't look good. I wonder if Fazio's getting bricked up, dude. Like, he ain't so bad, Loretta.
Look at Fazio, dude.
What's funny is he takes the coin. He's like, "Oh, I want a coin," and she freaks out for 2 seconds, but she's like, "Oh, whatever. I'll just look at myself in the mirror." I mean, she's got her
Why'd
wish.
you flip him the coin?
I don't. She was flipping it. He caught it.
Oh, why would you flip it?
She wasn't flipping it to him. But yeah, none of these people seem to realize it's one wish per coin.
Yeah.
And clearly, you know, taking away the coin doesn't remove the wish because she still looks like that. It's the leprechaun who undoes her.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to be the best magician in the world. Dude, screw all that. I'd be like, dude, just give me a lot of money, get me out of here. I would be like, I want $10 million. I want to wake up with $10 million in, you know, Aruba. I don't know, just to get me out of here. Because what's the leprechaun going to do? Like, what are the limitations to his powers? So, like, if you would make a wish, well, I guess if you took the shilling with you, yeah, you would have the shilling. Because Scott did when he wanted to be on a hot streak, he appeared at the casino where he said with the shilling. So the shilling transports with you. So if you wished to be in like Hawaii with $20 million, you're gonna have the shilling. So I guess the leprechaun's gonna appear like sipping mai tais on the beach with sunglasses.
And you just swallow the shilling, and then you know.
We could have got a leprechaun Hawaiian style. You could take the leprechaun a lot of
You know,
places.
Leprechaun space. Yeah, you're
A lot of untold stories, man. Warwick's leaving a lot of gold shillings on the table there. None of these guys, yeah, exactly, man. They should have really tried. Could you imagine Freddy doing the exploding ass tits kill in one of his movies? It's a Freddy kill.
yeah, yeah.
It's like I said, it reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Cockroach arms. It's just because he was into body shit, and I like how she explodes and she basically was like paper mache, but some blood goes on. It's like, it looks like rain. And he puts out his umbrella, dude, and you see like some blood.
Tho- those lips are just ridiculous, dude. I love them. Yeah.
I love it. He's like, I think he's rhyming. He has to say that. But when she explodes and he's like, it looks like rain. All I could think about is after he blows up her ass, she looks like something out of Duckman, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, when he's like, it looks like rain,
Yeah.
I always thought about, man, wouldn't like shit be blowing at him too? Because he like blew up her ass, dude. It's just blood. Like, no, you'd be getting like,
She can't get through the door, dude. Yeah, I forgot about that part.
look at those DSLs, dude.
Yeah.
Let me find out. It looks like rain. Why does she blow up? Oh, she's just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Look, it's just like paper. That you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of like the killer clown at the end of the big killer clown when it explodes, and it's just like dust,
Yeah.
like confetti. But he did have blood, hitting his umbrella. So I'm like, why wasn't there like a whole bunch of poop, dude? I don't know, bigger ass, bigger poop, right? Isn't that how it works?
I don't know. Is it?
No, the poop's in the stomach, dude. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It's like the bigger your ass gets, the more your ass is actually getting bigger because your butt cheeks are full of poop, dude. That's where it stores. So you get that big station ass, dude. Martian butt.
So now we're going back to the game, Leprechaun game.
Convenient. I love how that guy just had it. Oh, I've got this CD-ROM in my fucking office desk just for this occasion. And it's just so
Type
stupid.
escape
Like,
to escape.
he wants the fame and attention more than the money, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he wants to be legitimized because he's clearly a hack. But yeah, I agree. That's what his thing is. But that's the theme here, man. Some of these people want the money. Some of them want the fame. Guys like Mitch want the lust. They want the babe. It's all about the Vegas underbelly, man. It's what keeps Vegas, the wheels spinning, keeps it going.
I didn't even notice the crime scene tape in the pawn shop here.
What do you mean? What?
They have crime scene tape in the.
Oh, the yellow tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how they're just really got this place on lockdown. They got it. I mean, stupid. They come back here again. So the pawn. You mentioned how you always think the pawn shop is just like a little bit, and it all comes back to the pawn shop too. But think about it. Look how this whole movie takes place at one location. Is like, oh, let's go across the street to the pawn shop. Walk.
Yeah.
It's nothing. But anyway, these guys are. She's kind of with that jacket, that blazer. She kind of gives me Adventures of Babysitting Elizabeth Shue vibes.
Yeah.
With that hair
Mm-hmm.
and that sort of that '90s leftover '80s look. The twist of the wish is up to whatever Lep thinks of, I guess. Yeah, I wonder if he's like psychically connected to the shillings. But no, because Scott got everything he wanted. I don't think so. Scott was making money. I mean,
Hmm.
and Loretta got her beautiful bod and stuff like that. I think it's just the Leprechaun was looking for the shilling. It's because he's on the tail of the shilling.
So you say this is your favorite Leprechaun film, the third one?
I I think the general consensus is I think if you took like a poll on what people's favorite Leprechaun film is, I feel like this one might come out on top. But I don't know. I like them. If you're gonna put a gun to my head, what's my Desert Island Leprechaun movie? It's probably this one. But I remember when I was growing up, we rented. I think this might have been the first one I saw. I can't be too sure, but we rented the first three and all the time. And I remember liking the first one, and I remember loving this one. And I remember when I saw two. I think I saw two at the last of the first three, and I thought two was such a disappointment. I don't know why. It just felt like I don't know, like a lame duck in between the two movies. But as I getting older, I'm like, I like two better than the first one. There's something about two. It's kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street 2, where it's a little forgotten.
Yeah.
But there's just something about part two that I like. I love I like I said, I like the guy from Seinfeld. I think he's really funny in it. And it's got what's his face? Uh damn devil from Friday, that little Tony that
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
he's in it. He's at a bar because it's St. Patrick's Day, dude. And he comes out. He's dressed like a leprechaun. Want me go? It's real milk chocolate. It's just so, there's just so many little things in it. Like I said, there's the fan death where he's kissing the boobs, and I just think it's really clever. But yeah, this one's probably a contender. And then you have Space, which is so stupid but kind of fun. That one's not as good as this one or the first two. And then, but I think if it's not this one, Leprechaun, Hood 1 and 2, man. They're
Mhm.
really funny. Do you not like those movies?
They're all right. I mean, like I said, just this franchise just didn't do it for me.
I you you just take the Leprechaun, he is a chameleon. He can adapt to any setting you put him in. Like Vegas, yeah, Maze, he fits right in. Space, he's good to go. You put him in the hood, he starts smoking ganja, dude, with iced tea. He's so funny, dude. Especially the second one. The second one's just over the top silliness. He's obsessed with pot, dude. And I like how he gets really high and he's getting the munchies, dude. He's going through the fridge and somebody closes the fridge behind him and locks him in the fridge. And the next time you see him, he's just making the best of being stuck in the fridge, eating a pound of butter. It's the funniest shit in the world. And there's a scene where he goes into one of the main characters. He's looking for the shilling, the apartment in the ghetto he lives, and it's his grandmama. And his grandmama's blind, and she's making him grits and shit. She's like, "Oh, you one of my son's friends? Okay, what grandson's friend?" And she starts feeding him. And he's like, "Ah," she's like, and he can't get the fork. She's blind, but he's just like getting fed like a baby. And she actually stabs him in the eye. Ah, takes his eye out. It's so ridiculous, man. Yeah, Station S. He'd have a better coin radar, you'd think. He didn't even know Foz stole it from Scott, but he knows what wish they made somehow so he can make their death
I
ironic.
agree, Munir. Yeah.
I mean, well, no, it's very inconsistent. And I want to say his magic in the first one, it's sometimes he's stronger. Sometimes he's more, yeah, like you said, aware. The leprechaun basically exists to serve the script, and we're gonna make him as weak and silly as long as he shows up and he says funny little quips. That's all we want. But yeah, he's not a threat, dude. These people are so scared to just whack a mole's head, dude. I don't know, kick him. Same thing with Chucky, but Chucky's actually aggressive. But I don't get why people are afraid of Chucky, man. It's like, dude, he's just a fucking doll.
Yeah.
The reason why Chucky gets the best of people is because I think people aren't they're not even given enough time to grasp the concept of what's going on because they're just in shock that there's a talking doll. That I think their nerves and shit like that get ahead of them, and it makes them vulnerable. And then Chucky kills them. But if you could really just take a breath for a second, and be like, "This is a doll. He's weak. Kick the shit out of him. He's got a little good guy knife. I said like Crocodile Dundee for some reason. But even if he's got a big knife, like who cares, dude? He's got like T-Rex arms. You've got the reach on him. So
So
stupid.
are they supposed to come out with a new Leprechaun movie, or are they pretty much done with the franchise?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's not gonna be with Warwick. Warwick's too old. I don't think he's gonna do anything like that. I like how even the doctors in this are greedy scumbags. Everybody's sort of getting lampooned here, like when they find out how much money he's carrying, the doctor and nurse like, oh, well, I think he needs a spinal tap. Yeah, yeah. Well, that could take days. They're like talking about how much they can just siphon that money out of him. And what does he say? He's like, oh, this is a matter of life and death, son. Do you have insurance? Do you take Green Cross? Bleh. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's a reboot supposed to be happening, announced in 2023.
How many reboots have we had? We've had 2 reboots since Warwick left.
But I don't think it's happening.
This is so funny. You don't like little Leprechaun coming here thinking he's blending in. Like, yeah, I'll just put on scrubs and a pink shirt, and I'll put the little hairnet over my hat, and I'll blend right in. It's hilarious, Todd.
It's fine.
Do you have insurance? The actress in part 2 is really bad. Yeah, she's really, really awful. But I don't come to these movies for thespians, like just the highest of the craft. Come to the morgue. Come to the morgue.
Oh, I guess it is confirmed. Okay, reboot is confirmed.
As a kid scrolling through the TV Guide channel, I was convinced that there was a Lep movie called Leprechaun's Christmas Gold. Maybe there was, and it was like not part of this franchise. Maybe it was something else. Dude, of course. I mean, you're reading it's confirmed. Of course it is. They're not going to let this go to bed. They're gonna reboot it. They're not just gonna let it go dormant and die. Eventually, someone's gonna pump another $500,000 and make a really cheap straight to video, or in this case, straight to streaming movie, and recoup some returns.
So this movie, Leprechaun 3 and Leprechaun Origins, got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
This movie,
Yeah,
3,
yeah,
Leprechaun 3 has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
that's what this says. Let me look up Rotten Tomatoes.
Bananas. I don't believe it.
Let me look it up.
I don't believe it. But Morty is probably one of the best characters of the series. Yeah, he's so funny.
It has 17%.
Yeah, exactly, Meteor. Without Warwick, it's done. You can't. It's like Freddy, and I'm not saying he's as big a marquee as Freddy, but it is. I mean, Warwick is the Leprechaun. They've tried rebooting it twice. It doesn't work. And I guess good on them for at least changing the tone and making it not even the same recognizable Leprechaun in that first one. But when they did Leprechaun Returns, like, okay, that didn't work. Let's make a campy, corny Leprechaun movie again, and let's just cast another small person and put him in the prosthetics and the buckle shoes, and it just doesn't work, man. It's Warwick all the way, and they're gonna try. They're probably gonna keep rebooting it every 5 to 10 years, giving it a shot, and this is not gonna work.
Yeah, Origins got 0% and Leprechaun 3 got 17%. I didn't know Origins was that bad. Wow.
Origins is bad. Did you watch it?
No, I've never seen it.
That is the most boring. It's boring.
Okay.
It's more of a serious tone. There's no. And the Hornswoggle Leprechaun, he's not like this. Like, they make him like a demon. He looks nothing like a leprechaun. Think like Pumpkinhead, but like tiny midget Pumpkinhead.
Okay.
It's like it's nothing to do with it. And then when that failed to really grab an audience, they rebooted it again with Leprechaun Returns, and they got that little guy on the cover. Then they tried to go back to the Warwick route, but they cast a new guy.
Gotcha.
Like, they ignored the Hornswoggle one and made like a. But yeah, you just can't do it. Yeah, Origin's horrible. I don't remember anything about it. Do you? It was just so forgettable and boring. And it's one of those movies that's just set like in the woods. I remember, like, gosh, man, I can't. I really. What is this like? Fucking Forest Hills, dude. It's like a Forest Hills like movie. Scott's listening. I love you.
Yeah,
we love you, bro.
Yeah,
but when you see these movies that take place in the woods, like, oh great, we're in for one of these. But anyway, these movies taught us that if you're limited on budget, you got to make up for it somewhere else, and you got to make up for it with zany, cartoony, just humor, and that's what this one did. I love this dude. He pokes him in the ass. Like, how's it going? Go.
Passes out.
I don't even understand, dude. I get why he's like, I don't know. It's funny. But he's getting the grip of his magic. He's like, now where's me evil brother? My brother from hell.
Sticky Fingers is in Leprechaun in the Hood Part 2.
Yeah, Sticky Fingers, dude. Absolutely.
Isn't he a rapper?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sticky Fingers,
I
dude.
don't remember what he rapped.
I remember the first Leprechaun on the Hood. It's one of those situations where they throw whatever star power they can get for 2 seconds on the cover. And of course, it had Ice T, Leprechaun on the Hood, Ice T, and then Coolio.
Oh yeah.
Just like Trick or Treat with Ozzy and Gene Simmons. And Ice T is in the movie, to be fair. He's in the movie. But Coolio shows up for 1 second and it doesn't even make sense. Do you remember it? So the wish that the kid that the story's about, he's an aspiring rapper. And with the help of the leprechaun magic and all that stuff, he starts getting buzz, and he's singing or rapping, what he's rapping at his church or whatever, and all of a sudden in the middle of the fucking song, the doors to the church open, everybody goes quiet, and it's Coolio, and he's like, oh man, it's Coolio. And then he just starts rapping again. You never see Coolio again. Like, what? Like, he's so good that he summoned Coolio. It's just, you could tell they got someone to be in the movie. They probably like sent a mass email to every rapper, like, "Hey, we're making a Leprechaun of the Hood movie. We need some names." And Coolio said yes, and
Uh,
they just shoehorned in the most random
Coolio
thing in
was
the
on
world.
the top of the list, I'm sure.
Well, what year? Yeah, Coolio was on the way out. Like when Leprechaun of the Hood came out, yeah, he was easy to get, I'm sure. Origin's not even really a Leprechaun movie. It's more like one of those Hellraiser films with an unrelated script. It should have been called Goblin or something. No, 100%. That's a perfect way to sum it up. It does. It does not feel like Leprechaun. I don't even recall if they called him Leprechaun, but yeah, he doesn't look like a leprechaun. He looks like a little goblin or something. And it's unrecognizable as Hornswoggle. It doesn't even look like a person. And he doesn't talk. It's like Pumpkinhead, where it's a monster that doesn't talk. So Hornswoggle was basically just a stunt guy they could cram into that little suit. Look at that Raw fucking picking on the little people, dude. Like they're giving the Miz these fucking roles. They give all these like wrestlers these movie roles. Like okay, Hornswoggle, can you fit inside a little person's a leprechaun costume and not say anything? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? He didn't get any lines.
Poor guy.
Fozzie, it's not Fozzie. Fazio gets a pretty cool death. No, he's looking pretty gruff now. Look at his big unibrow, dude.
Like, yeah, I mean, like I said, he's extra now. Um, no, I'm with you. That death's probably my favorite death of the whole movie.
And yeah, and yeah, he looks like Fat Bastard, dude. Like the Fat
He
Bastard
does. He
prophet,
does.
but skinny. Oh, frisky are we? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, Fazio gets the best death, and it's actually pretty gory for a Leprechaun movie where he like I always remembered it wrong because like when he splits it open, I always think like entrails are gonna fall out, but like oh, they couldn't do entrails. I like how it's he's the greatest magician in the world, and he's just at the same place, and they packed it. This little dump dude. It's like, oh wow, he's doing magic at like a Golden Corral during the day. I guarantee you, he's probably not allowed to do fire in there. It's probably not a fire code approved building, dude. He's just singeing the eyebrows of people. And this leprechaun, yeah, yeah, I don't know. So how old were you when you first saw? Like, what was the first Leprechaun movie you saw?
I saw the first one. And I was fine. It was fine for me growing up. A lot of those films.
When did you see it? Like, what were you not on the train at the same time then? Because if you don't like it,
No, I don't know. It didn't do it for me because I mean it's kind of like a holiday horror. When I think of Leprechaun, I think of like St. Patrick's Day. Like
which isn't a real holiday. Come on.
I was never like a big holiday horror type of guy growing up, so that's probably why it wasn't on my radar. But
You like holiday horror
I
though.
do now,
You
yeah,
like Black Christmas. You like Halloween.
I do.
You like
I
Mother's
do
Day. You
now,
like all this
yeah,
stuff.
but I wasn't like a huge fan. Like
But this isn't. I don't see how this is holiday horror. It's not called St. Patty's Day or anything.
I
It's
know,
just about a leprechaun.
yeah, I don't know. It's just some of these villains, if they're not intimidating, I really
I
don't give
love
them the
his
time of
little
day.
chainsaw for little people, dude. I like it. I don't. First of all, like that chainsaw is not big enough to clear that sarcophagus thing, that box he's in. But somehow it is when he's no. Yeah, do it. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I was on board with all of it. I think this film also kind of spurred the popularity in the 90s. I know it's the Leprechaun's not like a grim fairy tale, but if you guys remember when Leprechaun came out, after this movie, that's when we had like Rumpelstiltskin, the horror movie
Yeah, I remember
Rumpelstiltskin.
that. Yeah.
We had the Pinocchio, right, horror movie, Pinocchio's Revenge. And I know he's not a particular specific leprechaun, but there's just something about this movie that I think kind of spawned the popularity of all those. And a lot of those things, like Pinocchio's Revenge and stuff, I'm sure those were all straight to video.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a thing. It was riding high, like, but I kind of miss it because they were real big into prosthetic horror, like putting these people in masks and costumes and stuff back then. So he just learned the hard way that he's only got one wish. Which, isn't it weird that he just learned it then? Because Mutineer's right. If you're that greedy and you want to make a wish, I mean, why stop there? Once you see that it works, you're gonna be like, holy shit, it worked. Give me $1 million now.
Poor Fazio.
Holy shit. It was the 90s. Give me Pam Anderson and Carmen Electra at my door, ready to lap it up like a dog. Now, nobody tried it, dude. It's crazy.
All the old ladies in the front row.
Did you hear what he said? What do you say? Like, not the Mirage. What's the big? Oh, Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, I wish. Okay, that always cracks me up too because he's like, I wish I was at Caesar's Palace. Like, oh, you want to get away from this guy by going 100 feet away? I wish I was at Caesar's Palace. The leprechaun won't find me there. Dude, you fucking like, I wish I was in Egypt or something, dude.
They finally had to tell him to get out of the room after they saw him get sawed in half.
I know it's because they probably don't know it's not an axe necessarily. Now he's using his magic, dude. He's fucking throwing people up with the force, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you should have been doing that from day one. Now he vanishes. Yeah. Dude, when he threw you out a 20-foot fucking hotel, you should have vanished so you didn't crack your fucking skull in the concrete. Like, the way he chooses to use his magic doesn't add up to me. Yeah, so we're going to get ready for the big showdown, which, by the way, is... Oh, look, the pervert. He's like, yeah, take him off, baby. But he's a pervert because... No, not a pervert. We're going to find out his weakness is, oh, no, his gold.
Yep.
Which they established again on the CD-ROM. But all he has to do is put the flame... You're not going to melt gold with the fire.
No.
And he just does it. It sets the leprechaun on fire. So it's like he's attached to the gold. So if he would have like pissed on the gold, would you be like raining piss on the
So
leprechaun?
what if you burned one shilling though? Would that hurt him then?
That's a good point. Would it just be like a cigarette burn?
Yeah, I don't
know. Get one burn. I don't know. I think, remember in the first movie his weakness was a clover.
Oh.
Right? And so at the end of the movie, the kid did a slingshot with like a rock or something with a clover. And he says, here's your lucky charms. And it went in his mouth and it killed him. So you have to find a 4-leaf clover to kill him. And this one, obviously, you got to torch his gold. I'm having trouble remembering what it was in the second one. But it always changes. I remember seeing the trailer for the first Lep in theaters. The whole audience was groaning and booing. Why? Why? That's so hilarious. I don't understand. Why? Maybe adults, maybe, but maybe it was really just one of these things that was just really for kids, and they knew it was for kids. I don't understand. You see in the trailer, does it show him like driving his little car, dude? How could you not want to see that? Like the guy that brought you Willow to life is now the leprechaun.
Well, I could understand why older people wouldn't like it because I mean it's like a Goosebumps type of movie.
I like it though. It is a lot of fun, man. And Jennifer Aniston, I'm sure, disowns it. You know.
Well, hey Kelly, what's going on? Good to have you in.
Yeah, what's up? Do you like Kelly? You like Leprechaun, right? I know there's an Easter horror movie, but I forgot what it's called. I think they should have made that Easter bunny in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey into a horror movie. Remember when Ted ate his brother's Easter basket and they had that like creepy looking bunny in hell? That was creepy, dude. The funny part is I can't remember the film. I was seeing it all, but I do remember seeing that trailer, the staying power. So Leprechaun got melted away. All it took was to torch his gold. You know, if only Babu knew. If only Babu knew right away, he locked that gold, but he was too greedy.
They're all too greedy.
Even when Babu got his toe ripped off, his finger ripped off, He's like, I'm getting my gold. I'm like, dude, you're maimed. Nobody gave a shit. Like you, I guess he's like, I can buy a new toe. Look, she's got 1 shilling left. That kind of answers your question. So 99 shillings was enough to burn him alive.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Is it like could they have gotten away with just burning half of the gold? Like, okay, that's just enough to kill him. We get to keep half. And they're acting like, oh, I still got 1 shilling left. We can buy anything we want with 1 shilling. How much is one shilling?
I don't know. 1 shilling of
And
gold.
also, she's like, I already got everything I want. She throws it. I'm like, you bitch! I go fucking hunt for that gold
Yeah.
coin, dude. Are you kidding me? I already got
Got
everything
everything
I
you
want.
want. You have some creepy guy that you just met.
Not to mention, some wino's gonna pick up that gold coin, and the leprechaun's gonna come back from the dead and
Yeah.
fucking kill his ass. Like you just killed somebody. Anyway, I say bravo to the cast. I thought they did a good job. I thought everybody played to the mood of the story, and I think Todd's crazy for not liking it, dude. I
I
absolutely
never
love it.
said I didn't like it. It just doesn't do anything for me. It's okay.
Well, if it doesn't do anything for you, you don't like it.
I'd give it a 5 out of 10.
Oh, if you guys, if we whenever we do another Leprechaun movie, which one should we do? What's the second best? Or the second, or is it got to be Leprechaun in Space? Todd's really gonna love Leprechaun in Space. You ever seen Leprechaun in Space?
No.
Oh my god, you think this one's stupid? Holy shit! Leprechaun in Space is over the fucking top. There's a scene in Leprechaun in Space where like Leprechaun grows to like a giant, and he's clearly they just made all like the set miniatures and he's like kicking like cardboard boxes over. It looks so it's so cheesy. And then I remember he's like, I'm big, and then he looks in his pants. Oh, big is good.
I
It's
think people just wear nostalgia goggles when it comes to these movies.
You're nuts. Hey, same guy directed the space one. I didn't even know, but it does have uh the Tool girl Heidi in it, which is funny. When I even when that movie, I knew Home Improvement came out, and I watched that movie when it came out. I'm like, this is what Heidi's doing now. Damn, damn. I followed Debbie Dunning on Instagram, and she did a live Instagram live once, and she doesn't have that many followers or anything like that, so you can get through. And I told her, hey, you were the fucking bomb in Leprechaun 4. She's like, oh, thanks. It's you gotta watch Leprechaun 4, dude. Anyway, thank you guys. Anybody else have any? What do we say here? Any Space has to be the next one though, right? They must have given him less money though, probably. I don't know. There's a reason why he eventually had to stop. Maybe they stopped paying. Maybe he found out how much them residuals are from the Hood, man, from the Hood movies, which were so popular. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. Oh, forgot to mention at the top of the show, Friday is our members only commentary, and we are doing the much maligned Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. And I'm very excited because I have not seen that movie since it came out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time either.
God, I think it was in the days it came out around Alien Resurrection and different movies where they used to do the pay per view. You'd rent it and you'd get it like streaming on demand all day. So I don't remember enough about it. I just remember it's really bad shit crazy. I remember like guys like Matthew McConaughey are really giving it their all, but everybody seems to hate the movie. I'm wondering if it's going to be a so bad it's good
We are
thing.
gonna give it a fair shot.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a fair shot. But anyway, there is still time. If you guys want to sign up, be a member, a couple bucks a month. There's a hit the join button below. We're gonna stream that on Friday immediately after our stream. Not sure what time that's gonna end up being, but you know, probably a little on the later side. And then, of course, if you can't make the stream as a member, it'll go up as a members only episode shortly after. So anyway, let us know what you guys want to hear on the next commentary. Member exclusive or for everybody, doesn't matter. We like taking all that stuff into. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre: New Generation was recommended at some point. So,
Yeah, we'll have
yeah,
to do that eventually.
we're doing it Friday.
I mean the remake. Sorry.
Oh yeah, the remake. It was almost we almost did the remake, or that was a like, but it's like the remake is very
Yeah,
popular.
we're gonna have to do that for everybody.
If you're Todd in my age, dude, that's like the most popular in the franchise. Todd and I just tend to like older movies, but you ask, you were to poll most people in our age group, the filthy casuals, they love that Jessica Biel
I
movie
liked it when
still.
it first came out. I haven't seen it in a long time though.
But like that's the one. But anyway, we'll keep you posted. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Happy hump day. Later.